Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another not you and Idol. Oh my god, I need to quit saying you and Idol. Welcome back to another Star Detective Precure stream. I swear, I feel like I've gotten so used to saying you and Idol. Kind of rolls off the tongue, to be honest. I feel like they tried to do that and it got me. I can't say Star Detective anymore. It's just you and Idol. It's always you and Idol. Welcome everyone. Hello. Welcome to another stream. Welcome. How are you all doing? Hi Cameron. Welcome. I'm doing great. Hi Sky. Welcome in. Hi KuroX. Oh no, I'm sick and dying, so I won't stay for long. It is a-okay. Get yourself some tea too. That should help. Definitely take care of yourself. No worries whatsoever. But yes, I'm doing good. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you had a happy Valentine's Day weekend, and if you're like me and you didn't have anyone to celebrate it with, I hope you just treated yourself. I think a lot of people forget that Valentine's Day is a day that you can use as a treat yourself day. So like, don't worry if you are single. Do not worry whatsoever. No problems there. Just treat yourself. Have something fun, some fun food, fun that you enjoy. Fun food. Have a movie day, a self-care day. That's what Valentine's Day should be about. I saw a lot of people yapping over the weekend about like, I'm so lonely. Hi Verena fan, thank you for joining. Thank you for the first. But like, genuinely, Valentine's Day is not about, just like, rubbing in your faces that you have a partner. It's about taking care of those around you who you love and showing appreciation. So sometimes you just need to give yourself some self-love. So if you didn't, this is M's warning that you better go treat yourself with some self-love, because you deserve it. Yes. I bought myself a giant thing of Valentine's Day chocolate, and I am going to the dollar store to pick up as much, like, half-off dollar store chocolate as I can, because weirdly enough, that is my favorite. It's so cheap, but yet it's so delicious. So, treat yourself. Hope you had a great weekend. Yes, welcome back. We are talking today about episode 3 of Star Detective Precure. So, a couple things I want to say so far about the season is, one, I really like the way that they're still continuing with the mysteries. I feel like I kinda, and I'll get to this more when we do the recap, but I feel like I am doing 50% good on trying to find out who is the quote-unquote imposter, trying to figure out who's the imposter of the episode. It's like we're playing Among Us, we're sussing out imposters. But I was like, I got the imposter for this episode, but not the reason. I feel like I've been doing pretty good about that, and I like that. It's been really like entertaining me and drawing me to the series to try to figure out who the imposter is. So I've been really enjoying that. I've really enjoyed that about this season so far. Hi Melanie, welcome in. Oh, you watched an episode? That's great, because we're going to talk about it today. Guess what show I'm watching right now? What show are you watching, Frina? What show? Let me know. You know I love a good show. Speaking of show, and cough, shoujo. Just so you guys know, I do want to add some more shoujo romance anime stuff into my roster of like videos, because one, I'm sorry, but we have to have a little content talk. So I know it might be a little bit boring, but I am doing some things with the channel. One, I am taking some of my old videos down and posting them on the Glitter Diaries channel. So if you see like an influx of videos on that channel, no, I did not record every single day for like a week in different outfits and makeup. And also my hair did not magically like grow roots and then go not from roots to like fully bleached to like whatever. They're old videos. So they are not linear in time or anything, but I'm posting them over there, some of like my old hauls and stuff, so that we can kind of keep this channel more like focused on me yapping about things like media series and whatnot. So just so you know, some of those videos are gone from the channel, but they'll be over on the Diaries channel. And some of those videos, I'm actually in the process of reworking the thumbnails. So if you see a different thumbnail, it's not technically a new video, but if you want to check it out, that would always help your girl out. But yes, I am reworking a little bit of my channels. It's going to take some time, so just so you guys know, that's a process that's happening. But I have noticed that we've been talking a lot about mostly Precure and Sailor Moon, which you have to understand, those are my favorite two magical girl series. So I know I talk a lot about them. I want this channel to be a little bit more spaced out of like variety content than just Precure and Sailor Moon, so I'm trying to add some new things in. And I asked if you guys would like to see me cover some shoujo romance stuff, because I'm a manga collector. I love shoujo. It's one of my favorite series. I love series. It's one of my favorite genres. I love shoujo, and so I have a couple that I want to talk about and a couple that was recommended to me. So some new things are gonna kind of be fleshed out a little bit, but just as a heads up, before we end, I'm not ending anytime soon. Oh my god, I'm tongue not working today. Before we get to the end, I'll go ahead and say this. I think I said that last week it was gonna be this week that we were gonna have a Tokyo Mew Mew video. That video is gonna have to be pushed to next week because I just don't have the time this week to film it. So this week you're gonna get a K-pop Demon Hunters video, and you might see a cosplay from me. So hope you enjoy. But you're gonna get a K-pop Demon Hunters video this week, and then you're gonna get the Tokyo Mew Mew video. Yes, just so you guys know, I know a lot of people are excited about the Tokyo Mew Mew video, but it needs a little extra time. And I already have the K-pop Demon Hunters one like ready to go. I have a couple long videos that I'm still working on. They take so long when your recordings are so long. It takes me some time. I have IRL, sorry for using this word, IRL job. So I do have to do work and then content work on 3 channels, so apologies. But they're gonna be pushed back just a tiny little bit. Yeah. I gotta clear my throat, hold on. There we go. Oh, I only have to eat plain food and drink water or I'll be sick. Haven't tasted flavor all day. I'm sorry. Yeah, honestly, being sick really sucks. It really, truly sucks. Wash your hands, guys. Sneeze into your elbow. Cover your cough. All that good stuff. We don't want to be spreading the sickies. But yes, so I am going to go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do the recap real quick. So yes, if you haven't watched episode 3, spoiler, of course, warning, spoiler warning, but let's see. So this episode starts off with Mikuru coming back to the detective agency to see Anna and Jet cleaning. So now that Anna has decided to stay in 1999 and kind of work as a detective Precure, she has decided that she wants to try to, like, you know, revamp and revive the old, like, you know, Kirito Detective Agency, because it's really musty and it's really dusty. And so Mikuru comes in and she decides to help, and Mikuru is very entranced by some of the detective books, so she's like kind of goofing off reading, and then Anna is goofing off, not putting things in order, and really upsetting Jet because she's putting the books in by color and not by like series. So he's very upset about that. But they do actually go upstairs and they notice that there's this upstairs area that looks like it's just storage for right now. So I'm wondering if this upstairs area is going to be important later on, because it just looks like it would be an important place. But anyway, since the Kirito, I can say it, Kirito Detective Agency, that one's gonna take some time for me to get used to saying. But since the agency is low-key kind of like, you know, busted right now, the 3 decide to go out and go purchase some furniture. well, I should say Mikuru and Anna decide that they want to go purchase furniture, and they bring Jet along because Jet is the moneybags. Jet is Mr. Moneybags this episode, so he's just kind of going with them to buy stuff, so that's amazing. Thank you, Jet. So, next it cuts to the villains, and I do have to say, I really like the villain headquarters. This is really cool. It's like they're in an opera, and we have, I can't remember the name. Let me see if I can, like, get the name of the main villain guy. It's like, Maestro, let me see. He's got this thing called the Tome of Mirages that they're trying to decode as well, and that seems to be why that they need the Makoto jewels. So I do like that it kind of gives you right off the bat, you know, like, hey, this is the thing that we need the jewels for, unlike you and Idol Precure. Very obviously is telling us their plan and executing it and trying to, like, you know, get those jewels. His name is, I'm so sorry if I'm going to butcher this, Maestro Uso Nor. I might need to hear that a couple times to get that, but I'm gonna be so for real. The villains look amazing this season. Like, we're finally now in this, like, one tiny little cutscene getting to see the villains and their headquarters. So, one, we see Maestro, and he's pretty cool. He looks really scary. If you guys have ever played Pirate 101, he looks like he would be a part of Kane's army. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can check out my VTube channel where we do play Pirate 101 glitter games if you would like to see what I mean. But he kind of gives me, like, those vibes, you know? Kind of like Pirate 101 Armada vibes, kind of like a metal man or something. He's got, like, this, like, mask, very theater-esque, very, very cool. But we do get to take a look at Niji, and I can't remember her name. Let me see, what is your name? I am so sorry if I butcher this one as well. I can't remember how to say her name. Oh my god. The one with the orange hair. I'm gonna have to learn her name first. It's kind of a hard name. I think it's a French name, isn't it? Let's see. I gotta look it up because I'm curious. Say sign. I don't see anything other than Precure, so maybe not. Eggy sign, something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to listen to her name a couple more times to get it. But yes, she's the one who. Oh, thank you. Age-san. Age-san. That's how I say it. Yeah. That's I need to listen to it a couple more times. It's a little bit difficult, but yeah, I really like her character so far. She kind of butts in and takes the stage literally from Niji in this episode, and Niji's like, no, give me one more chance, Mr. Maestro. Let me go back out one more time. I didn't know, like, the Precures had these powers. Like, let me go back out. And she comes in and she's like, no, let me do it. And so he lets her do it. And we also see Moria, and Moria, by the way, is Cure Arcana Shadow. Moria, I think it's Luluka, but she just kind of sits there in her normal civilian form eating ice cream, and, like, she has her own fairy that is, like, fully talkative. So I'm really curious to see more about her. I think, honestly, she's my most anticipated character right now, because I want to know who she is, what she wants, why is she with them. That's what I'm interested in. Also, I will say I like that the way that they, like, leave the presence of Maestro is they say lie, sir, instead of aye, sir. It's lie, because the Phantom Thieves are liars. I think that's cool. I think that's pretty darn cool. So anyway, the detectives, I should say, I almost said cures. The detective agency, they go into a shop that is all about furniture, because they're looking for furniture. But they see this, like, little turtle, and it's like a beautiful glass gem turtle, and Anna really wants it, but then the cashier is like, hey, actually, we can't sell this to you because it's not for sale. It's actually a, like, store memento. Like, this is what we, you know, keep around the store to kind of inspire ourselves to like work harder and whatnot. We all take care of it. It's a precious thing to the store. And that precious thing to the store ends up going missing literally as the Precures are going upstairs. They look around for a little bit just to hear screams and commotions that, oh my god, the glass turtle is gone now. And so, of course, Anna and Mikuru start their detective work and they're looking around to try to find it. They're even questioning like a tourist, and Jet is able to make this like little like candy, I guess, candy drops that once you ingest them, you have 3 minutes, but you can speak any language, like you can communicate to anyone. So they're able to communicate with this American tourist and basically rule him out. They also rule out the lady who came with them to show them around all the furniture, also the lady at the register, because she was petting a cat. And the only person that they really couldn't rule out was, I can't remember what his name was. I think it was Tom. No, I think that's the American guy's name. What is the one guy's name? It's the guy, it's like a clerk. I'm gonna call him a clerk. Anyway, he kind of, you know, they didn't even really touch on him, so I kind of was made suspicious by him over, you know, that. But anyway, they end up finding the turtle, and it was actually stuffed into a mountain of like pillows. And so they find it and they give it back, but something still feels a little bit off. And this is when certain things start to like, you know, just feel a little bit off, because the clerk is supposed to be very good about giving stickers to like, you know, to the wrapping and stuff, put stickers on the wrapping when someone buys something. And the tourist bought a scarf for their mother, but they didn't get a sticker on their package. And so that's one thing that the clerk is really good about. And so I'm gonna be so for real, I don't know how they came to this conclusion. I feel like it's a little silly, but you know what, it's okay. Basically, the turtle is like a turtle on the top, but then a flower on the other side, like on the bottom. And so the clerk didn't know that it was a flower as well, or he didn't know it was a turtle. He just thought it was a flower. So the clerk stole it and hid it, but then all of a sudden the tourist came and distracted him. And so he even like gave the tourist a scarf that looked exactly like the pattern for the flower turtle. The flower turtles, I'm gonna call it. And so that's kind of how they caught that the clerk was not, oh, here's his name, it's Takuya. So that's how they found out that Takuya was not Takuya. So yeah, it's actually I can't say her name, oh my god, Eggy-san. That's what I'm gonna say for now. I'll correct it later. Hi Ross, welcome in. But yes, basically she is the one who has disguised herself as the imposter this time. And so of course the cures transform, and I'm just gonna kind of skip through this because, you know, Precure kind of like the same when it comes to battles, but they end up transforming and they end up beating her. And again, it's still showing that Moria is just kind of watching them, so I wonder what that's about. I wonder why she's just like watching them. And she even takes note and says, Precures, huh? So I feel like she's definitely going to, like, you know, start showing up more in the story within the next couple episodes. She knows that they're Precures now, so I feel like that's pretty exciting. But then, as they wrap up the battle, the real Takuya, the clerk, comes in, and he says to the manager, I couldn't find the hibiscus that you sent me to get. And she says, hibiscus? I never sent you to get any. Obviously implying that the imposter, you know, the phantom thief, sent him on a wild goose chase, basically, to get him out of the store so that she could disguise herself as him. At the end of the episode, we kind of see that Anna is a little bit upset because, you know, she can't really go back to her own time, but she still wants to. She still wants to help Mikuru as well, and she wants to be a detective. But it is a little sad because, you know, she's not in her time period. It's basically like she left on her birthday. So kind of sad, but it does end on a happy note because we do see Jet sketching some things out, so maybe some new devices are coming very soon. And so the prequel, or the what's it? Is it the prequel? No, that's The teaser for next episode is they finally have their first client who comes to see them with some weird veggies. Like you've got potatoes and you got onions and you got an apple. So there's something about that. They're going to be doing some sort of like manga manuscript, which is turned into food in the next episode. So I'm excited to see what that's about. There's like, it definitely looks like there's going to be something to do with like manga or art or like comics in the next episode, and it's titled Exciting Our First Client. So I'm excited to see what that's about in the next one. But yeah, that is the recap for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a good one. I liked it. It was okay. Well, I should say it was okay. It was okay. It was a nice one. It did bring some more lore. I feel like the mystery, in my opinion, a little bit silly, but also I feel like you can excuse that in a kid's show. But I liked it. I liked it. Eggy Sign, my favorite villain. Yes, yes. I was so sure the English guy was the culprit. He was so sus, but nope. Yeah, see, at first I thought it might have been him, but I really thought the clerk was, like, suspicious, and this is so dumb. The reason I thought the clerk was suspicious is because when he took the turtle, he, like, turned it upside down, and I was like, why would you turn it upside down? Like, that's the only reason I thought he was suspicious. So, like, to be fair, the episode did kind of get me there. Hi, Pastel Matcha. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, Pilly. Welcome in, welcome in. Ooh, who's your top 3 fave cures? I know Cure Yell is your favorite, but who's your other 2? Ooh. Ooh. If it's not Cure Yell, my second favorite contender, by the way, for the first as well, is Tsubomi. Cure Blossom. Definitely a contender. Hi, Callie as well. Welcome in, welcome in. Who would be third? That's a hard... I feel like maybe Cure Selene would be third. I really like her. She's really cool. Gotta love her. I am still working on my Cure Yell cosplay, by the way, guys. I am working on her. It's taking a little bit because I'm kind of scared to start the skirt. Like, I can sew a top pretty well, but, like, skirts, for some reason, they always get me. So, I haven't dusted off my sewing machine for her yet, but, yeah. Tsubomi's my favorite lead. Yes, oh my god, Tsubomi's amazing. I love her. Also, her name is just so pretty. Tsubomi. Tsubomi. It's just such a pretty name. Eggy Sign. I love the way you said that, Eggy Sign. Yes, oh my god, yeah, Luluka. She's so pretty. I am so excited for her. I'm so excited to see her, like, actually become, like, a part of, like, the cast, the team. I'm excited for her to, like, you know, really start showing herself as a character instead of just kind of like what she was doing in this episode where she was just kind of like standing around, you know? She's just kind of standing and like watching in the shadows. So like, I almost wonder if she's like watching the Precures just to kind of like, you know, get to know them from afar, just kind of like, you know, stalk them a little bit, see what they're about. I wonder if that's what she's doing. I wonder. But yeah, pretty good episode today. I really like the way that they are continuing the mystery tropes. I feel like they are a little bit wild sometimes, because I feel like the mystery for this one, I feel like I would have never guessed something about a scarf and a turtle flower. A turtle on one side and a flower on the other. I feel like it was a little bit of like a stretch, but I think it was still good. I really like the fact that they do seem to keep me pretty glued. I will say that. They're doing a great job of keeping me glued to the story because they have the mysteries, and I do like that they have like little tidbits where it's like if you watch closely you might be able to pick up on some things that are suspicious. I like that. I really like that. It's keeping me invested the whole time. Like, I barely was able to like look away. Like, I'm so sorry, You and Idol, I don't mean to dog on you, but like when I would watch You and Idol, I would be like, okay, let me like look at my other monitor and like do some stuff over here or something. But this season, like, I am glued because I'm like, if I miss something, I might be missing a clue. You know, if I look away, I might be missing a clue. I like that. That really gets me invested in the episode. And I have ADHD, so it's a little bit difficult for me to like just stay watching. Like if I watch something, I usually do have to eat because it keeps me like focused on watching, you know, something. But like if I don't have anything to do, then like it's kind of hard. And like watching anime and sub is really hard because again, like I have a problem like keeping focus. So like usually that's why I do watch a lot of dub. I'm a dub watcher, but it's just because I can't keep focused. I have a hard time with it, okay? I have a hard time with it. But yes, yes. Niji's so cool, he is. Oh my god, I love his design. I love their designs. Like, they definitely do feel like they're giving me like Fontaine Genshin Impact vibes. Like being in the opera house, being in the theater. Like, their designs are just so cool. They're amazing. I love it. I swear Star Detective are getting the very popular VAs. Niji's in Inosuke. Jet is, oh really? Jet's Todoroki? Wow. Ooh, Usonora's Rengoku? Is that the guy from Demon Slayer? The one with the yellowy red hair, I think? Until he gets the VAs that we know. Yes! I'm gonna be so for real. Like I said, like I watch a lot of anime and dub. So for voice actors, I really only know like English voice actors. Whenever I get bored of watching things, I just speed it up. Honestly, you know what? I should probably do that. I really should. Like, something that I do sometimes is I will skip a little bit. If I get a little bored, I might skip through and try to, like, find, you know, something that is, like, you know, a little bit more, like, entertaining, I should say. Entertaining to watch. So, I might skip through some episode stuff sometimes, but I've been trying not to skip through it this season so far. I did skip a couple of You and Idol episodes. Like, I skipped through it. I'm gonna be so for real with you. I skipped through it just a tiny little bit. It is the guy. Okay. I was like, I know that name. I've never watched Demon Slayer, but I'm like, I see people make edits and stuff of him sometimes, and that name seemed familiar. So I was like, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, speaking of anime, have you guys been watching anything recently? I've been trying to do really good about watching some new animes, and I've got one. I do want to make this one into a YouTube video, but I do want to talk about Lovely Complex. That's one of the videos that like I will be making sometime soonish. I really loved it. If you've never watched Lovely Complex, I highly recommend it. It's a good one. I was so invested. It was so good. I got words to say. I got sentences. I got paragraphs to say about it. I loved it. And it was one of those series that I've been putting off for a really long time just because I was like, I don't know if I'll like this. But I ended up loving it. So that's one. You can expect a video at some point for that. Oh, you're gonna upload your reaction. Nice. This episode is also the episode that Ludica Arcade Shadow appeared in the series for the first time. Yes, that is true. Yes. And it does look like from the preview for next episode that she might be featured a little bit in that episode too. Like, she's going to be in this one, just kind of like lurking in her civilian form, it seems. But I'm excited for that. I'm really excited. I'm gonna be rewatching My Hero Academia because my brain cells don't remember anything because I've seen up till season 7 before there's 8 seasons? Oh my goodness. Before season 8 came out, and I don't like when people spoil the new season though. Understandable. Isn't My Hero finally finished? Like, didn't they finally finish it? I kind of stopped around the time of the festival arc. I really want to get back into watching My Hero Academia because I will scream this from the mountaintops and I don't care. I think My Hero Academia is a very good anime. I think it has a good story and a good plot, but a lot of fandom members are bonkers, crazy, whack, whoa. Like, some of the people I have interacted with who are like big fans of My Hero Academia, I wish I didn't. I really wish I didn't. Like, I'm gonna be so for real. Coming from the Voltron fandom, Like, they are almost as toxic. Like, and I had real life friends too who were like this, like real life high school friends who, like, some of them were like chill. You know, they were like, it's okay, like, ships, honestly, I feel like shipping was the big thing that, like, people would go crazy about and get toxic over. But, like, people were like, yeah, like, some of my friends were like, yeah, shipping, I don't really care, you ship, I have my own ship, but, like, you know, that doesn't really mean I'm gonna, like, fight people about it. But then I had actual friends, like, IRL friends, who literally could not stand if, like, you know, Bakugo and Deku weren't, like, shipped together or something. Like, I'm so sorry, they are fictional characters and I don't care. It's a Lawrence all over again for me, because this one friend was like, how dare they hint that Deku and what's her name, Uraka, how dare they be a couple when Bakugo's there? And I'm like, this is literally a Lawrence Clance all over again. And as a Clancer, I don't hate Allura like this girl hated Uraraka. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It is literally just fictional characters, fictional relationships. You can have your own headcanons, but, like, threatening people is not cool. Threatening people and just being a massive dick is not cool, okay? Like, genuinely, you need to chill. You gotta chill when it comes to shipping. It's just fictional characters. It's not that big of a deal. It's really not. Like, genuinely like the characters that you like, but don't be a jerk. Like, don't be the Voltron fandom and send, like, death threats to, like, the VAs and also the writers and the producers. Like, don't. It's not that serious. Like, it's not that serious. Like, you can be upset about the direction that the story goes in, but again, you don't need to be sending death threats to people. Like, that's insane. Chill out. One thing I hate about My Hero Academia fandom is when people ship Endeavor and Hawks. I don't really know who Hawks is, I'm gonna be so for real. I know Endeavor is, like, Todoroki's dad, and he's kind of a jerk. Actually, I should say he's more than just a jerk. I think he's an abuser, isn't he? Like, he's a very bad person from the knowledge that I do know about My Hero Academia. Not a great person. They have an age gap, and I'm like, girl, they're both adults, and it's fine to ship them together. I don't know anything about Hawks, but, like, I don't know. I think that, yeah, I agree. See, that's the thing. I was about to say this. I agree, KiroX. Shipping ruins fandoms. I said what I said. I agree. As much as I do like when people, like, ship characters, I think it's okay to be shipping. I think it's just some people take shipping way too far, you know? I think they take it a little bit too far, because when you're sending death threats to creators and voice actors, like, within the Voltron fandom, people were literally sending, like, death threats to the VAs. Like, I'm so sorry to burst your bubble, but the VAs, they are usually not in charge of anything story writing. They're usually not producers. They come in, they voice their characters. That's usually their job. Not always. Some of them are producers. I have seen some VAs are producers of series. But in Voltron's case, they were just people who were doing their job, playing the voices, reading the story that they were given. Like, going and giving them death threats because you don't like, you know, that, like, clans didn't get together, that is not okay. Like, again, I'm a huge Clance shipper. I will scream it from the mountaintops. I love Clance. They are my ship. But that does not mean that I sat there and threw a tantrum when that didn't happen, you know? Or when, like, Lance and Allura got together before they killed her, which I'm still upset that they killed her because I loved her. Even though I don't like Allurance. They should have not killed Allura. I didn't want her to die, okay? She's my favorite character. Favorite female character, the entirety of Voltron. Like, I don't want her to die because she's, like, dated Lance and I wanted Lance to end up with Keith, you know? It's like, it is what it is. Like, it hurts, but it's like, you know, it does feel like queer baiting a little bit, but, like, you know, it's not necessarily the end of the world. Can I be upset about that as a viewer? Yes. But what I'm not gonna do is send death threats to people Like, I cannot believe some of the things that, like, the Voltron, like, producers, the VAs and everything, I cannot believe some of the, like, crazy stuff that they had to endure from fans. Like, it's actually disgusting. And it's sad to say, I'm a part of the Voltron fandom, because then you get associated with those people. And it's like, no. I respect the show, even though I didn't like the way that it ended or the way that some of the characters were treated. I really don't like the way that Shiro was treated, because I feel like they actually queer baited with him. Like, I feel like he actually was a good case of, like, queer baiting. And, like, what do you mean? Like, in a tweet, we're gonna meet Shiro's boyfriend, and then he dies. And then Adam dies. In a flashback scene or something. Like, what? Like, yes, I do think that is queer baiting, and I do agree with people. I do think the Clance ship did get a little queer baited, but I can see arguments for where people say, like, no, not actually. Personally, I do think, yes, tiny bit, yes. Shiro, however, I'm like, yeah, no, 100%. That was queer baited. 100%. 100%. Injustice for Shiro. Absolutely. Like, why? I'm sad. Oh, Hawks is a pro hero, and when he debuts, he's around 22 to 23 and is 31 in a time skip, and is an Endeavor fan when he was a kid. I gotcha. Yeah, I definitely want to go back and rewatch some of the My Hero Academia stuff that I haven't. Like, again, I really like it. I feel like fandoms are those things that get me. And, like, I do feel a little bit sad sometimes, because I feel like, wow, every piece of media that I like tends to get ruined by toxic fans. Like, I'm gonna be so for real. I'm gonna say this with sincerity. Genshin Impact, it's got problems. The company has a lot of problems. With the way that they write, you know, certain ethnicities into, like, their characters and their nations. They've got some problems, and they don't listen to people. That is absolutely a problem. But the fandom is also pretty bad. The fandom is also really bad. Like, if you guys don't know, a recent drama happened in Honkai Star Rail where the VA for Cyrene, her, like, IRL voice actor girlfriend, I can't remember the character's name, but her girlfriend is voicing another character in the game. And so she said something, the VA for Cyrene said something like, congratulations to my girlfriend for getting this role, we're in the same game now, something like that. And fans went crazy. Fans were literally like, how dare you say that these two characters are, like, you know, like, dating? How dare you say that these two characters are, like, lesbian? And it's like, she never said that. She was just congratulating her girlfriend for picking up a job, basically. She's not saying that they're the characters, or that their characters are in a relationship. She's congratulating her own girlfriend. Y'all are making a mountain out of a molehill. Like, insane. Chill. Like, literally crazy stuff. Crazy fandom stuff. Like, just chill out. It's not that big of a deal. These characters aren't even real. And if they were, they probably would not love you back. They definitely wouldn't love you back with the way that you treat other people. Be so for real. Chill. Like, I love a lot of, like, fandoms and stuff. I just feel like I cannot participate. Because the fans, they scare me. Hi, Noble Steve, welcome in. Yeah, the Honkai VA stuff, it's so bad. Like, I feel like there's always something going on like that, sadly, in, like, the Hoyoverse game communities. Like, sometimes I'm like, yeah, there's absolutely drama that needs to be addressed, like, serious stuff. Like, Genshin has had some, like, you know, VAs. I think also Star Rail also too. I don't know too much about who it was, but I'm trying to think. It might have been Moyes, but I can't remember. But, like, I know for a fact, you know, the I'm not gonna say any names, but, you know, the original voice actor for Tainari, you know, that drama happened because that is a very bad person. And they got found out for being a very bad person adult interacting with minors, if you catch my drift. So stuff like that, absolutely drama, absolutely talk about it, absolutely call that behavior out. But when it comes to like, oh my god, like this character, they're like played by this voice actor who's dating another voice actor, so obviously they're insinuating that the characters are together. No, they're not. They are just saying that they're together. And if they have their own little headcanon, who's to break that? It's okay. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. You know, if the VAs are like, oh my god, our characters will be cute together, who's to say that they can't do that? Y'all do it all the time with shipping. They can do it too. It's like Michael J. Tatum and Brandon McInnes. They're married to each other, but none of their characters are dating. Yeah. Like, it's just, actually, I don't know who, I think I know who Michael J. Tatum is. I don't know who Brandon is. I'm gonna look them up real quick, see what characters they play. Oh, no, that's a football person. I forgot the McInnes. Let's see, do I know any characters that you play? I don't see any characters that I know that they play. Yeah, I don't think I know any of the characters. I think he plays that one guy in Black Clover, right? I don't know that much about Black Clover, however. I'm learning. I didn't even know this. I didn't know that Michael J. Tatum was even married. Congrats. But yeah, like, no, really, like, I think, like, if a character is like, or if a voice actor is like, yeah, my character and, you know, my partner's character, you know, like, if they were, you know, like, shipping them, I think that's okay. Because I'm gonna be so for real, like, as long as they're, like, you know, their characters are of age and whatnot, and it's not weird in any way, then, like, who cares, you know? It's, like, it's a silly, funny little thing. Like, other people have, like, crazy ships, like, crazy ships. Like, for Genshin, for example, I've seen ships for, like, I don't know, like, Ayaka and Yanfei, characters who have never really interacted before. They're on, like, opposite sides of, like, the ocean in Genshin Impact, you know? And it's like, the only reason that people ship them is because they think they're cute together, color palettes or something, you know? Like, it's not too big of a deal. But, I do think a lot of people, like, you know, absolutely go crazy because their personal ship is, you know, like, blocked or something by these, like, other ships. Like, for example, again, I'm a Clance shipper, and I know that Alorance was canon, and I know that Lance still, as the show ended, had feelings for Alora, but that doesn't mean that I'm just gonna not ship, like, Clance anymore simply because, you know, in the show this happened. Like, you can have your own personal headcanons and stuff as long as it's not weird. You know, as long as it's not weird, I think it's okay. And I agree with, like, what Kuroek says. I do think that shipping does ruin a lot of fandoms. And I think it's mostly because a lot of people get obsessive over ships to the point where they literally cannot let other people have an opinion. You know, it's like, their opinion is king and that's it. Like, they're fictional characters. Chill. Relax. Chill. Relax. Relax, you know? It's also like there are definitely some weird problematic ships during, like, I should say during, in Voltron. Voltron's kind of low-key dead, but there were definitely some problematic ships, and I think you definitely should be calling out problematic ships to people, because, again, like, Voltron had some really weird ones, like, for example, and I had a friend who was like this, and I was like, at 14, I was even like, girl, this is not an okay ship. Like, they were shipping Pidge, who was like 14, with Shiro, who was like in his 20s, and I'm like, Why are you shipping them? That's weird. That's wrong. And they're like, it's okay. Like, they're cute. I like them. I'm like, no. No. Even at 14, I'm like, no. 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 I don't care if they're fictional. It's a little bit weird. Don't. But, like, I don't know. I just feel like shipping really does ruin a fandom, especially when people get so, like, hyper, like, you know, attached to these characters that they get violent with other people online because of those ships. That's what makes me mad. Is when people get so attached to fictional characters that they basically go cuckoo bananas. That's when it's wrong. That's when it's really, really bad for fandoms. You gotta separate, you know, fiction from, like, real people, you know? I love Clance, but if someone comes in here and says, I ship, you know, like, I don't know, like, Keith and James or something, like, I'm not gonna, like, throw a tantrum, but I'm probably gonna block them. Like, I've done that before, and that's okay to do. Like, if someone doesn't, you know, have the same opinion as you and you don't like seeing something, it's okay to block someone. Like, if someone is posting a ship that you don't like, it's okay to block them. It is. I think people need to utilize their block button more. That's my hot take for 2026. We need to actually be blocking people more. If we don't like something that someone posts, why keep them around so that you have to see the posts that you don't like? The rage baiting posts, like, just block them. Like, with Twitter especially, oh my god, like, I hate Twitter. I'm only on it for, like, VTuber stuff, like, for collabs and whatnot. But even then, there are some people who I'm like, you're just rage baiting. You're just being a jerk. I'm gonna block you so I don't have to see it. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and get rage baited as soon as I open the app because you want attention. You know, because you want, like, Twitter attention. I'm not gonna do that to myself. I'm gonna block you. You know, it's like, I'm protecting my peace. Exactly, true facts. Yeah, like, ow, I hit my knuckle. I don't know if you heard that, but ow. But yeah, it's like, there are just some people, and, like, that's literally what they do. It's like, they don't even believe in the things that they say. They just want to, like, you know, rile people up for engagement farming and clout and stuff. And it's like, I know what you're doing, and I'm not gonna let you do that to me. You know, it's like, I know what you're doing, and I don't want any part of it, so I'm gonna block you. You know, I'm gonna protect my peace, and that's okay. It is completely okay. I don't know why the internet has made such a big stigmatism around, like, oh, you can't block anyone. If you block people, then you're weak. And it's like, no, if I block people, I'm making myself stronger to protect myself from their rage baiting. Or if someone's harassing you, block them. Like, what is it? What is with people and, like, you know, being like, oh, if you can't handle being on the internet and not blocking people, then why be on the internet? If someone is spouting, like, nonsense or, like, mean things or, like, morally not okay things, I think it's in my right to block that so I don't have to see them and I don't have to, like, you know, try to be rage baited by them. I think that is the healthiest thing to do, and I don't know why people on the internet are like, oh my god, if you block people, you're a wimp. It's like, no. You're protecting yourself from, like, weirdos. Like, be so for real. Like, I saw this happen the other day to one of my, like, VTube mutuals, where someone, like, made a list of, like, VTubers to just, like, clown on because they didn't like their design. And one of my mutuals got, like, posted in that, and literally people were just being mean to them because like, this person and their goonies on Twitter didn't like my friend's VTube design, and so they were getting harassed all only because of a VTube design. That's it. That's it. Like, just rage baiting stuff, trying to, like, you know, start fights with people, starting to try to, like, you know, rage bait, be mean, just to do it. And it's like, there's no point in that. I'm gonna block it because I don't want to interact with stuff like that, and I don't want people like that to, like, interact with me. I don't make content for those people. I don't make content for jerks. You know? But yeah, that's my spiel. really crazy spiel from Precure to Voltron to My Hero Academia to Yappers to Twitter Yapper Rage Baiters. Crazy timeline today's stream, but it needs to be said. It needs to be said. But yes. Also, I know I'm streaming very early today. Maybe I should say something about that. So I'm streaming very early today because I do have to get ready in a little bit because I'm going to try and attempt to do a dance cover today. So I'm like, I need some time to do it. Like, I was gonna do it before stream, but like, oh my god, last time I did a dance cover was twice. What was it? I can't remember what the, I gotta look up my own channel. Oh my god, I can't remember what the last one it was. Every time I think of Twice, I just think of like What Is Love, because I do think that is my favorite song, and I did do a dance cover, but that's not the one. I can't remember what the last dance cover by Twice that I did was. Let's look that up. Fancy! It was Fancy! Fancy, I try to forget because I had such a hard time with this one. Like, I had just recovered from the flu, so like I had like spent like months training stamina, and then I got the flu, and I was like, well, I need to get this done, and I could not. My body could not handle it after like coming back from the flu. So I've spent some time trying to like, you know, work out and like train my stamina, because I'm gonna try to do a dance cover for Internet Girl by Cat's Eye today. Not as difficult as Fancy, because Fancy is very, like, this is the thing about Twice. I love Twice, but their dances are very high-paced, very energetic. Very. And so I think after I finish this one, I'm gonna do some songs that, for K-pop at least, that are a little bit more low-key, a little bit more easy, because I really gotta train my stamina. Because, like, I was doing so good when it came to, like, getting ready for, Fancy by Twice. And then I got the flu for, like, a month. And it was really bad. And I was so weak afterward. I think that's another problem, is I was just really weak after it. I was really weak after recovering from the flu. So, like, yeah. I just had to kind of, like, come back to it and get it done with, but I was so like, oh my god, I was so I didn't have any stamina, I didn't have any energy either. That was another thing. But yeah. What's your rare ship? No, we're not gonna laugh. I'm not gonna laugh at all. No laughing. But yeah, I am working also. I've got a Uma Musume cover coming, but I don't know when I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna do Internet Girl today, get that one done, because that one is like, you know, I've got it down to a T. I can just listen to the song and do the dance. But when I record dances, they usually take about like an hour or two, depending on if it goes well. If it goes well, it probably takes about an hour. If it doesn't, like with the Twice one, I was recording for 3 hours. I was sweating, I was dying, my head was hurting. It was not pleasant. So I can't say that I recommend. Can't say I recommend. I got you. No problem. But yeah, hydrate. That should be the thing I should say. Hydrate. If you're dancing, hydrate. Because oh my god, I was dying. But yeah, I gotta get that dance cover recorded today, because it's the only day that I have this week. So we're doing that. But yes, let's see. I should probably tell you a little bit more about the animes I've been watching, because I started a lot. So one, I'm making a video on this. Someone recommended me to watch Eat a Kiss. And I started watching it, and I was like, how come I feel like I've seen this plot before? Turns out, there is a bunch of live-action dramas for this. And there's one on Netflix called Mischievous Kiss, or like Missin' Kiss. And I watched it. I hated it so bad. I was like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever watched. So I'm low-key like skipping through the anime. I'm not even fully watching it. I'm just kind of skipping through it because it's really close to like the live action. But the plot is so like rom-com, like what even is the word? Rom-com, but like cliche fantastical. Like the girl's house basically gets like swept away in a storm once they first like move into the house, and so it's her and her father who have to move into the house of like the rich boy that she likes. And it's like, this is so cliche. This is like fanfic cliche, but like I kind of want to watch it just to see if I like the anime more than I like the live action. I don't know. I'm on episode 5, so I don't fully know. But I am going to make a video on it because it is an insane series. It is insane. I also started watching this other one called Can You Keep a Secret? And if you like more of like an adult romance, an adult office-y romance, this one is so good. I'm on episode 7 of 12. It is so good. It's basically like two co-workers who, they work at the same place, but they work in different divisions and sometimes cross paths, but they started dating. Episode 1, they started dating, and they're just trying to like keep their relationship a secret because while it's not like taboo in their company, like still they're just like, you know, we kind of, you know, got off on the wrong foot the first time they met. They kind of had some arguments. They're kind of known as like, you know, mortal enemies or something, but they're dating. Like, it's very cute, and the characters kind of have to pretend that they don't like each other. The girl is actually very sweet and cutesy, but she has to kind of like pretend that she's like really fiery and kind of mean, so that like the coworkers don't like pick up on the fact that she's like madly in love with the guy, you know. It's very cute. So if you like office romance, adult romance, it's very good, and I really do recommend it. It's like one of the best that I've seen recently. It's really good. But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna go ahead and call it for today. A little bit more of a like a rambling rant today than usual, but I feel like this episode of Precure didn't have like too much going on to talk about, not too much to theorize about, but still overall a really good episode. But yes, hope you guys had a very great time today, and I will see you guys next week for episode 4. And again, you will get this week a K-pop Demon Hunters video, and then you will get a Tokyo Mew Mew video. So hope you enjoy. I'm posting some variety, but anyway, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Thank you for coming. Bye bye.